saw you walking down the street. I said that's the kind of gal I like to meet. She's so pretty, Lord, she's fine. I'm gonna make her
Welcome back to the Five. Well, there are serious new developments coming out in the Solyndra and Fast and Furious scandals. Now, we'll get to Fast and Furious in a moment, but first to Solyndra. Newly released emails show that the day before President Obama was set to visit the now bankrupt solar company, top White House officials were warned of the possible political implications of the trip. And the headline today is that now the House GOP is asking for a special counsel to investigate. So big news here. In one email, they've noted on May 24th, 2010, 2 days before Obama was set to go to visit Solyndra, Obama donor and Energy Department advisor Steve Wesley warned White House senior advisor Valerie Jarrett about Solyndra. This is what he said. A number of us are concerned that the president is visiting Solyndra. Many of us believe the company's cost structure will make it difficult for them to survive long term. If it's too late to change or postpone the meeting, the president should be careful about unrealistic/optimistic forecasts that could haunt him in the next 18 months if Solyndra hits the wall. Now, Jarrett forwarded this email to Biden's chief of staff, Ron Klain, who replied that they need to make sure that Solyndra is stable. That same day, Klain got 2 emails from the Department of Energy defending Solyndra, saying that the company was okay in the medium term, but will need some help down the road. He then wrote back to Jarrett, recommending that Obama participate in the event, even though he knew it was troubled. Here's what he said. Sounds like there are some risk factors here, but if that's true of any innovative company, the POTUS would visit. It looks like it's okay to me, but if you feel otherwise, let me know. And Jarrett's response, I'm comfortable if you're comfortable, Dana.
You're comfortable with that? Sounds great. I mean, everybody was jumping up and down, like waving some red flags around to let them know, protect the president. That's what bothers me, is that the president was not protected in this. And then the president has made it worse, I think, by saying yesterday that hindsight's 20/20 and not a big deal, nothing to see here. We want to invest in technologies. The question about investing in technologies is not the one that's in front of the investigators. It's the process by which they use.
Right. Could I just say something? This story would be so much more interesting if Solyndra was a stripper. Because the emails...
Maybe Bob would talk about it then.
Everybody has these emails in their lives. They're called cover your butt emails. When something's going on and you're not sure if it's going to work or not, you say these, hey, I hope it works out. But if it doesn't, oh, well, those were what these...
okay, I'm okay.
Believe me and Bob have these emails back and forth to each other that if they ever come out in public, we're dead. Right, Bob?
Yeah. Has the introduction of this thing been over yet?
This is bigger than that.
No, this is more than just a little. This could be a very big scandal. There are a lot of things. Dana, you're right. They suck at giving loans. Stephen Chu should be fired, let go. But,
whoa.
I didn't say that. I'm saying they just made bad loans. That happens in administrations. Here's the problem. Now, the Office of Management and Budgets, which is an appointed, these are appointees, has said, their emails exposing Obama, he knew about it prior to the loan. Also, a big investor in Solyndra says, hey, this is good for me if this loan goes through, but it's a bad idea anyway. And he went anyway. And one more thing.
For good reason.
Very quickly.
Don't let him finish.
Yesterday with Stephanopoulos, he said, so we made a bad bet. You don't make a bad bet with the taxpayer money.
Yeah, they make bad bets all the time.
He also said, we have the sound, he also said that he doesn't regret it. Take a listen.
God, you really held it up then as a model for jobs and clean energy. Do you regret that?
No, I don't, because if you look at the overall portfolio of loan guarantees that have been provided, overall it's doing well. And what we always understood was that not every single business is going to succeed in clean energy. Now, there are going to be some failures. And Solyndra is an example.
And you were getting warnings not to back that company up, not to visit.
Well, you know, hindsight is always 20/20. It went through the regular review process, and people felt like this was a good bet.
Actually, hindsight is not 20/20, because what the email between Klain and Jarrett shows is that it was murky enough that they were worried about it. So at best, it was like maybe 20/80.
Well,
Right.
folks,
Bob?
first of all, I want to say welcome to the Five's documentary on Solyndra. We have part 2, 3, 4, and 5 coming up the rest of the week. Look, he knew that this thing was a potentially bad bet, and he had the courage to go anyway. Number one, you talk about wasting the taxpayers' dollars. The Pentagon wastes hundreds of billions of dollars on bad weapon systems. systems all the time.
Let's stay on Solyndra.
And three, let's stay on Solyndra. And they want a special prosecutor or a special counsel. Let them have it.
It's
and
not,
while they're at it, they might take Dale Issa,
but
who's in charge. Wait a second. In charge of this investigation, who should have been in prison for a cheap car loan.
But let's be clear. The special counsel question is not for Solyndra. That's actually for Fast and Furious. And it can be confusing because
we can turn to Fast and Furious, but also there's one other problem. There's a $75 million loan that was subordinated, put the taxpayer behind, which means they were subordinate to the main loan.
You told me that before.
That could be illegal.
Hold on. But if they knew that the company was troubled or there was problems, which it's showing that they did, then this was a bailout. And this, to me, is not shocking. It's not scandalous. This is exactly what the administration did with the stimulus. They bailed out troubled entities and troubled programs like Medicaid. Remember that? All that taxpayer dollars went to busted programs. Same exact thing, industrial.
I just want to know, where is the risky green venture that's paid off? Has there been one? And don't say Volt, because that's a roller skate.
By the way, I want to put Andrea up for an Emmy for moderating this documentary for this whole Solyndra thing.
I'll never get it. They'll never give it to me.
Well, let's hope not. Look, the fact of the matter is, on these startups, this is a brand new energy source. We're still depending on dinosaur dung for our oil.
Which we should, because that would provide jobs, Bob. They're drilling in North Dakota. There are 3,000 jobs.
You're going to have lots of failures in a new industry. It's going to happen. And better we get them than give them to the Chinese.
But they should have shifted the attention to drilling, which would have provided jobs and solved the problem.
So no alternative energy, right?
We do this in the morning meeting every day, and Dana and I point out that that's not the issue. The issue isn't whether it should be green, solar, should be fossil fuels, et cetera. It's the way the loans were
that
made,
loan was approved.
The way they were approved, and the way they were
we got to go. The documentary part 17 has come to a close for the day. We've got to go. We do want to correct that the special counsel was for Fast and Furious. I know we teased it. We'll get to it another time. More on the 5 next.
I was going to say, Dan, and you're lucky.